Yo, what's going on, guys? Houston Sports Talk back for another video today. And the Astros did win today 4-2. The final score was 3-2. Jordan walked it off in the 10th inning for a RBI single for the walk-off, and did win. Great to see Jordan get that hit. As much as I'd love to do a post-game on it, I mean, I've done the last two videos have been post games, so instead of doing a post game, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a trade video on Josh Bell. Josh Bell is the first baseman for the Washington Nationals that the Astros are interested in acquiring. Most Astros fans that are loyal would say we have Urias, but Josh Bell's having a hell of a year right now. It's 14 home runs, 57 RBIs. If he were to join the Astros, that would be third in the Astros RBI leaders. He'd be third. So that he's pretty good. And then his batting average is 305. So it's basically like having a Jordan Alvarez but at first base. But the question is, what happens to Urias if we trade for Josh Bell? That I do not know. I do know that teams are interested in Urias. I will make a Yuli video tomorrow. If the Astros make a splash for Josh Bell, I do not see it happening till Tuesday. I don't think they make a deal. I could see the Astros making a deal tomorrow. It's not that I don't see the Astros making a deal tomorrow, but if they do make a big deal like getting Josh Bell, I don't think it happens until Tuesday, the trade deadline. And then what do the Astros have to give them? There have been some talks about what the Astros have to give up to get somebody like Josh Bell, but usually, Josh Bell you'd have to give up more players, but Josh Bell's price tag is a little bit cheaper because the team he's on is not that good of a team. Washington's kind of bad this year. We're actually really bad this year. And also, he is a free agent this year, so who knows if he'd stay with the Astros. I think he would probably stay with the Astros, but you never know. So you're also trading for a free agent, so he's going to leave them anyway. So as long as they get some stuff, I think they're good. We can talk a little bit what the Astros would have to give. I'm afraid that they might have to give up Jose Siri, but if getting Josh Bell has to cause Jose Siri, that's okay. We have Jake Myers and we have Chas McCormick. We have Mauricio Dubon, so we have to get rid of one of those guys. We just traded for Dubon. I don't think we're going to get rid of him. I think Jake Myers is pretty good, and he's the one guy you don't want to get rid of. McCormick is having a decent year, and you just saw the Astros send Jose Siri back to AAA. So if the Astros want to get rid of one of their center fielders, I think it's going to be Siri. And a lot of MLB teams are interested in Jose Siri. And Washington, they might not want a lot, but they're going to want young guys, and that's what Jose Siri is. Anything else the Astros could give them? I saw something about Forrest Whitley, but personally, if you're going to give them Jose Siri, who's a great young outfielder and actually is a good ball player, and probably give him some other players, I don't want to give them Forrest Whitley either. I know a lot of Astros fans have give up on him and don't think he can make it to the majors, but I still believe in him. But I'm down to give the Washington Nationals Jose Siri, but one of the biggest questions is Urias. What happens to him? I forgot. There's like 3 or 4 teams that are interested in him. I know one was the Cubs, and I want to say maybe the other team was the Brewers, and then 2 other teams that are interested in Urias, if I'm not mistaken. I know definitely the Cubs, but I don't. Besides the Cubs, and the Brewers, I forgot the other teams, but Yuli's getting old, and this might be his last year. If this is not his last year in the MLB, it might be his last year with the Astros. The Astros have JJ Minichejic, who's been playing pretty decent. 2 home runs and I think 5 RBIs, whatever it is, and limited at bats. And they still have Taylor Jones, who's injured right now, but he's not that great. And if they have Josh Bell, there's really no need for Yuli Gurriel anymore. So, and Yuli has like a year or two. I mean, I thought he was going to retire last year, and he's stuck around. And it's not that he's done bad this year. It's just he hasn't been himself. I mean, let's pull up Yuli Gurriel's stats this year. Yuli Gurriel's stats. Wait, Siri's being... Yuli Gurriel.
Sorry.
Okay, she doesn't want to work with us right now. Let me try one time. First baseman for the Astros. Okay. So Yuli's stats this year, I mean, batting average 240, which that's all right. 7 home runs, 28 RBIs, has 6 stolen bases, that's pretty good for his speed, which is not that great. 81 hits. I mean, that's good, but for how usually Yuli Gurriel has been playing the last couple of years, that's not great. I mean, I'm not saying he sucks. He's 38 years old and he has 7 home runs and almost 30 RBIs. He hit a double and a single today. But if the Astros want to win, they need better hitting. And as much as Yuli could do that from 2017 to 2020, he can't really do it right now. So getting rid of Yuli might have to be an option. It might not be an option they go to, but it's definitely going to be an option they think about. Another guy who might have interest from Washington is Jose Urquidy, who's a guy the Astros have been shopping. But I do think I'm going to make another video about Yuli tomorrow, and then a video about some other players the Astros can get. But it'd be great to get Josh Bell on this team. There's not a lot of other teams that are interested in him. I think it's the Mets and the Red Sox and then the Astros, and that's really it. So, the Astros are fighting with 2 other teams to get Josh Bell. The Mets might fight with the Astros a little bit, but we'll see who gets him. I'd really love to see Josh Bell in the Astros. I've been a fan of him for the last couple of years. I remember I didn't really know a lot about baseball. I just knew about the Astros in about 2019. And then I remember they played in Houston. The Astros played the Pirates in Houston when Josh Bell was on the Pirates. And he just had a monster game against the Astros. I think it might have been definitely had a home run. It might have been 2. I can't remember. If not, he did have a multi-RBI game. He was killing it. He killed the Astros that game as well. So, and then I've kept track on him a little bit since then. So, I've definitely been a fan of him and always thought he was good, or he was only one of the best players on the Pirates. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you think about the Astros potentially trading for Josh Bell. If you don't think they should trade for Josh Bell, tell me what other trades you'd like to see the Astros make. James Click is not done. He traded for Mauricio Dubon a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago, maybe a little bit more than a month. And I think he said he's going to be aggressive. And if being aggressive means having to get rid of Yuli Gurriel, or having to get rid of Jose Siri or Jose Urquidy, and I know he played good today, but possibly even Jake Odorizzi or some other players that I don't want to mention because I do plan on making other videos, then so be it. That's what will happen. But yeah, let me know what you think about this and trading for Josh Bell or trading Yuli away. And yeah, leave down a comment below and see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Go Astros.